Ship range. We always lied about the ship range. We would say it's 4 miles that the guns can shoot, a whole 4 miles. Or we would say, the range of the guns, oh, that's about 15 miles. About. I think it's actually like 64 miles or something like that they can shoot, or something ridiculous like that. The maximum shot distance. I forget exactly what the range is. It might be 36. I don't know. It's a long, long ways. Anyway, though, we would say it's like 15 miles, and then a whole bunch of people would say, we'll meet with you. We want to meet. Send up your guys and send up the money or whatever, and we'll meet over here at this ridge top, and so your guys can still see us or whatever, and we'll meet and we'll exchange money or whatever, or sign the agreement. Okay. So they would all meet up there on top of some ridge top or somewhere, or on the backside of the ridge top, and then they would basically kill my guys. Just shoot, shoot, shoot. It'd be an ambush. It's an ambush. They're all dead, and they would kill my guys, and then they would think they would just get the money and go. And actually, it's like, are you all dead or are you alive? Where are you? My guys would radio back and basically be like, yeah, we moved off to the south, where we moved away from the area, and then we would just start just shelling and kind of move around a bit. And or they would just kill my guys. My guys would send out a crackled radio signal of, like, they got us, sir, or something like that. And my guys were dead. And they'd say, like, go ahead and fire. And which is basically rain down hell on their position. So my cannons, the cannons of the ship would already be aligned right and would already be there. And basically my guys are all dead. And then we just decimate the area and get the gold back later on. Oh well, or the metal, or whatever they wanted. Just melt it down and reforge it or whatever. Anyway, a lot of situations happen like that, where we'd go for an exchange, and then they would be exchanging, and then they would basically just kill my people, and then try and run off with it. And so then we had like backup teams, and we'd just shell the position of where the meeting was. Once my people are dead, we just unleash hell, basically, and that's what we do with the battleships. And that's why we listed the range as 15 miles or whatever miles, because, like I said, they would just get like 17 miles out, and then they would be like, ha, 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 oh, well, I guess you can't kill us. And it's like, we lied. Boom. So we found that a lot. It's like, where they want to meet? 15, 17 miles away from where the battleship is? Yeah, that's what I thought they were going to do. Anyway, so a lot of situations were like that, where like somebody would meet, but they wanted to be like 17 miles or 20 miles away from where the battleship was, and not close to the battleship, because, of course, and that kind of tells you right there, it's like an honest man will meet, right on the shore. Let's meet right here. It's fine. We'll talk it over here, and an honest exchange. But, people that were going to double cross us, they would want to meet 17 miles in or 18 miles in. And like our gun range is like 23 miles or like 30 miles or something like that. And we listed our gun range as 15 miles. So as a purposeful thing to basically get them to meet a little closer than our guns could actually fire to. So we would pre-arrange and pre-set up the shot and everything, and then they would go in and they would do the meet, and then boom, boom, boom if it went bad. And so probably like 30 or 50 times that happened, I don't know. Over the years, it was like, oh, why? Anyway, so like I'm trying to run a successful business, and I'm trying to run, I'm a major manufacturer of steam and guns and all that other stuff. Like anytime there was a gun exchange, and usually we'd sell them the guns, and then they would go and attack our town, and then we'd have to kill them afterwards. Like I say, usually, they or something like that. We were very careful. We'd give like a couple guns out, and then we'd give a couple more out, and then, to see what they did with the guns. Like I said, we were very careful about everything. I mean, we were the power, White Star Lines, Lucifer's White Star Lines, basically. I like the sound of that, Lucifer's White Star Lines. Anyway, we were a force for a very, 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 very long time, and always very careful. We knew what the guns could do. We knew what the cannons could do. We knew what the nukes could do. And, we were very careful with everything we did because we knew that, we were probably putting the guns in the hands of someone that's just going to go shoot someone else or kill someone else. So we were always very careful, and I was always, generally I didn't like to sell guns. I didn't like to sell cannons. I would only give them to governments in large areas. And it's like, well, your group, I'm giving them to the group and not a person because I know what that person will probably do, which is basically, Johnny, about that money you owe me, boom, and this or about that money I owe you, boom, and that's the way it always went down. They would get the guns and they would go to someone that they owed money to or whatever, or someone that had money, and, hundreds of years of this. So I got tired of it. Other people got tired of it, and basically, we would just list the gun range as 15 miles, and there was actually like 23 miles or 20 miles or something range on the guns, and then we would meet. They would do the meet because, like I say, Lucifer White Star Lines. I own the Titanic. I own countries, and I was a businessman, a business person. Fair is fair and all that. So, as they say, as Lucifer sees it, as I see it, and sometimes my people would negotiate on my behalf, and they would be checked out and everything like that, and they would know that they were going to get a thorough checking out before and afterwards, of everything, because it's a business. We make money, we do work, we mine, we manufacture. It's real manufacturing, and real steamships, real stars. Real everything. Real battleships sitting outside in the harbor. Real white ships. Real white aircraft. So, I was the business and they were the people. So we would have to negotiate things like land or food or this or that, and sometimes the food would be poisoned. It's a business. I'm not a pirate. I don't steal. I don't take. And everyone loved to work with me because it's like, what they wanted. If they wanted 50 pelts, they got 50 pelts. If they had 3 children, and another thing too, like I said, if they gave me 2 or 3 children, the 2 or 3 children would be serving on one of my warships, or serving inside of one of my stores, or working at one of my sites. They were taken care of and treated properly and right, and they weren't abused. I didn't stand for abuse, nor did any of my people. So they knew that they were actually getting a better life. And that's the point of it. And then we made films and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, if you're in it for the long haul, you're just fair, you're just honest, and you just do what is necessary. And I was just an inventor, and I was just a creator, and just a leader. So I didn't have any problems because it was like, well, what do they want? Okay, yeah, give them that. And I have so much anyway. I mean, how I got so much is just by doing all these little deals and doing all this other stuff. I mean, I built up just like everybody else. And it took me a very long time to build up to anything substantial, to where I could name America, and where I could have the White Star Line fleet, and I could invent for the Titanic. I mean, it was a lot of work, and a lot of deals, and a lot of everything, and, as steady as the Northern Star and all that, so... Anyway, so that's why we always said, the range is 15 miles and all this and other stuff, hoping, and we'd always see a sign, if they're like, oh, it's 17 miles out. So, well, what's wrong with 4 miles? Well, why don't we meet 4 miles out? And then we would already know. It's like, no, we're not going to sell you. We're out of here. And all that stuff. So, before hopefully to save lives before everyone gets hurt or killed, so... Yeah, I mean, I'm not red beard pirate. I'm Lucifer, the Lucifer Star, White Star Lines. So, yeah. Anyway, and the actual maker of those, I own those factories. I built them. I paid for them. It was a hell of a lot of money. My people paid for them. They worked hard for that. I worked hard for that. So, anyway.